I promise, I just don't even give a fuck.
Oh, well, that's a great comment to unmute towards. Congratulations, Max.
Is that just what?
I hit the unmute button, and then you immediately say, the problem is I just don't give a fuck.
Hello, can you hear me?
Wow.
That's probably one of the better stream openings we've had.
Oh, Jesus.
No context, that's the best.
No context, yes, that is the best.
Alright, we'll just continue with the intro. Hi, Atin.
Hello,
God's name did I miss?
Internet! This is your favorite fanfiction podcast, hosted by me, the one, the only, the Sneaky Devil, and I have Atin and Max with us today. No more guest stars, unfortunately. I know you're all missing out on that. But, since Atin's here, I can do Harry Potter stuff again.
Yeah, I can sit in the background like I normally do.
I really don't know that much about Harry Potter.
You know more than me.
That is correct.
I mean, okay, but that's like.
Alright,
well,
so we got
like...
a nice smorgasbord for us today. So we got some Naruto Sekirei, we got some Naruto Bleach, we got some Bleach High School D times D.
I used to enjoy Sekirei, like not in like a this is like super quality anime, but like you know what? This is nice, absolutely mindless. Sit back, watch some okay fight scenes with some tits in them.
Maybe laugh at like one or two good jokes.
Yeah.
And now you don't like it anymore?
I can't stand it anymore.
Because of this?
All I can think about is the terrible stories. The issue is, like, when I hear about terrible Gundam fanfiction, I'm like, whatever, that's shit. Gundam's amazing. But Sekirei isn't amazing, so I can't just brush it off as like, it's just dumb people making a good thing shit. This is dumb people making a shit thing shittier.
So we got Bleach High School D times D, Harry Potter Avengers, Harry Potter and Percy Jackson, Harry Potter and Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Mass Effect, Ruby, Fate Stay, and High School D times D. What do you want? Do you guys wish for the wheel? Do you guys wish for the wheel of agony?
I can't choose, Sneaky. We'll just have to end the stream out of indecision.
The wheel of agony will pick. All right.
Hold on. What is the wheel of agony?
Up and down my scroll mouse goes. My eyes are closed. Which one are we doing? It's this one. A fox and his wagtails.
Do you want to just like send me a list twice a week of fanfictions, and I'll just write up an Excel chart, and you just roll a d20? Like, just send me your list of bookmarks, and like every time let's say you roll 2 19s in a row somehow, well, don't worry, you just go to column 2 to see what the next fic is.
I'm sorry, Arn. You don't get Harry Potter and something shitty. What you do get is Harry Potter later after this fic. Which shouldn't be too long. It shouldn't be too long. It's another Pain 17 fanfiction story.
Why does that sound familiar?
He's garbage.
Can you run that name by me one more time?
Pain 17.
Yeah. Okay. I think I know who we. I think I know who we're talking about.
We've previously covered Gale Symphony, where mute Naruto, who plays music to get his harem.
That pile of shit.
Yeah, this is his Naruto Sekirei cross. He's got a lot of stories, okay? He's got a lot of stories, and all of them are shit.
How can people just shit out word counts like this?
See, that's what I wish I knew. But, you know what's going to help me today? I was telling Max earlier...
So he got some new vodka.
I got some new vodka. This is Boru vodka. But it's actually from Ireland. And you know, the Irish are with their potatoes. Oh God. This is blasphemy. This is heresy.
What happened?
Naruto times Kobayashi's Dragon Mage. Who would besmirch Kobayashi's Dragon Maid
Also, for a second, I thought you were about to say Kobayashi Maru, and I was like, Naruto, Star Trek? At least Calvin will be suffering.
No, this is the pure story of Kobayashi's Dragon Mage, and it's about to be mage. Well, that would be actually pretty cool. Made, and it's going to be ruined. It's going to be fucking defiled.
How do you combine those safely?
A fish cake and his dragon. Tired of being alone and being called a demon, young Naruto tries a dangerous seal, hoping to summon a fellow demon. Instead, he gets a busty ex-goddess dragon.
Hold on a minute! What is this plan here? I'm tired of everyone calling me a demon. I shall now attempt a demon summoning ritual.
Yes.
I believe it's the same logic that goes, well, if people call me a thief anyways, might as well start stealing now.
Yes. Instead, he gets a busty
Max,
ex-goddess.
I understand what you're saying. The problem is that's a really dumb train of thought. Because, like, okay, they call you a thief, you go steal things. You're just a thief.
If this is like 7 or 8-year-old Naruto as well, like, I can...
Like, there's a big difference between they call me a thief and, well, everybody thinks I committed a murder, so I guess I might as well become Jason Voorhees.
Anyway, so of course the link is in the Discord found down in the panels below, and as a reminder, of course, as per Twitch guidelines, I am required to tell you that you are to not contact this author in any form or fashion. As that, constitutes as harassment. Yeah. No, not bad. Bit rough, but not bad. Anyway, a fox and his wagtails. Frustrated with recent events, Naruto takes a moment to speak with the Kyuubi, who in turn tells him much-needed wisdom. Which I guess is stick your dick in things or something, I don't know. Heeding this advice, Naruto decides to take his first serious steps to becoming a ninja.
Okay.
With the will of his parents, the art of his ancestors, and other worldly birds, this fox will go the distance and bring back the Uzumaki name. Giggity.
I don't know why, but I'm now just gonna go run some music in the background on my end.
Naru Harem Ken Sekirei. Naruto times Mia times Johanna times Kusuno. We got a lolly alert here.
Here's the thing, right? I wouldn't mind lollies if I knew there weren't creepy people out there fetishizing.
More or less,
like,
yes.
Sometimes they can be a nice addition to a story. Or like when you get something like Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, where it's like, this is used for cheap jokes. That's it. Then people have to go and make it creepy.
Yeah.
I would say, or stuff like Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Okay, anyway, I was saying, okay, author's note time. Damn it, not another story idea? Anime-style rage face? Well, you know what I have to say to you naysayers? Calms down with awkward sweat drop? Yeah, I got nothing, sorry.
I mean, if Isley wants to just sit in the streaming chat and mute herself, we'll drag her down, I guess.
But, oh, we're bringing Isley? First Birdie, now Isley.
Apparently her stream isn't working. And she wants to listen in.
I mean, yeah, I guess we can do that.
I mean, you guys are using the Twitch app, right? I mean, yeah, you can do that, Isley.
It's not the strangest request we've ever had, I think.
No,
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a weird one.
Anyway, here's my Naruto Sekirei idea. Fair warning though, a large bulk of this chapter is actually from the first chapter of another one of my chapter stories. However, the first chapter was vague enough to be used on multiple ideas, including this one. Smiley
no, it wasn't,
face.
and you're a hack!
Disclaimer, this fanfiction is a non-profit creation, using the concepts and elements from source materials that do not belong to me. No shit?
By the way, I would say I'm sorry about that outburst, but sometimes you just gotta let the anger out.
I
It's
completely
healthy.
just, filtered you out. What did you say?
When they said this idea was good enough and vague enough to be used for multiple
Oh.
things, I was like, no, it wasn't, and you're a hack.
Probably. Within the borders of the Land of Fire sat a blonde teen in a bright orange jumpsuit. He was sitting on the bed inside of a hotel room. Back leant. Leant?
Lent, I
Lent?
think that's correct, but I think that's a really old spelling of that.
Yeah.
Hold on, I've gotta see this for myself.
Yeah,
think-
no, that,
yeah,
that
he is
proper,
correct.
That is
but-
technically
oh,
correct.
Oh god, is he British?
Oh, he's probably British.
Where are
Damn
you from?
British people.
No, it
Fucking
says he's
British.
from the U.S. Well, it's pinging him in the U.S.
Well, that doesn't
Against
mean
the
anything.
headboard and gazed towards the ceiling. His deep, cerulean orbs.
And put one up for the
for,
YA counter.
for the YA/Nazi youth counter that we are definitely not keeping track of.
Who was it that we had the YA counter for?
Chrysanthemum, aka Faye.
Yeah. What happened to Chrysanthemum? Chrysanthemum dead?
No, she just quit the server without saying anything.
Well, that's mildly insulting.
Oh no, you know what happened is she posted something and then Arn made a joke and she flipped out and then left the server.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
It's
But
because she
I
deleted
ignored
everything.
90%. I would just say I ignored 90% of the drama.
Yeah, I mean it's still it's still in the bot logs because bots capture everything. They're spying on you.
Which is exactly what it's there for.
Exactly. Blah 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 blah. About a year ago, someone that he had considered a brother had tried to defect from the Hidden Leaf Village and didn't hesitate to try and kill him to do so. He still had the scar from their clash at the Valley of the End, caused by a jutsu tainted with twisted dark chakra. Chakra that was able to contend with that of the Bijou he carried. A sigh escaped his lips as he recalled the ultimate result being his loss of the fight and the failure of stopping his wayward friend from leaving. I always thought the reason why Naruto didn't hit Sasuke with the Rasengan because he was fucking Naruto and he was trying to be the ultimate lawful good guy and not hurt Sasuke at all. Besides punching him.
Which fight was this supposed to be?
The Valley of the End fight when Sasuke was defecting to the Sound Village in season 1.
I don't know, dude. They came close to killing each other at least 3 times in that fight. It progressively got worse.
Yeah, you say they tried pretty hard to murder each other.
Yeah, okay, about a quarter of the... I'd say about a third of the way through the fight, I was just like, okay, fuck this. I'm gonna have to literally break him to take him back. And Sasuke was of like mind of, I just have to kill him and I can leave.
Basically, yeah.
Well, to be fair, Sasuke wasn't like, I have to kill him. It's, I just have to cripple him enough.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Damn it, Sasuke! He muttered, with a frustration lacing his tone. Was our bond really so meaningless to you? He sighed again and closed his eyes, putting thoughts of the Uchiha into the back of his mental processing. It's a lot of big fucking words for Naruto. Also, mental processing. Just say mind.
I should put this in my mental processing. What are you, a fucking robot?
Beep boop! I am a authorial character! Coming to the forefront were thoughts concerning his tenant, a being made of chakra possessing immense power and 9 tails. Information that I literally don't need to tell you. The Kyubi had surprisingly helped him in that fight, saving him from death not once but 3 times. A part of him knew it was just the fox trying to preserve its own life, but another part felt grateful towards the chakra beast. Well, as nothing else but a whim, he relaxed his body and slowly entered the representation of his mind in seal holding back the fox. The sensations of the hotel room faded away, replaced by the atmosphere of the seal, and the feeling of water reaching slightly above his ankles. Opening his eyes, he saw a cage and seal holding back the fox, and said beasts gleaming crimson. Oh, you missed a chance to say crimson irises and be a freaking edgy asshole with the shit you write. Poking out of the darkness it resided in. Kyubi, he greeted. Surprise! Himself at how calm he sounded, how strange it was for one so normally hyperactive to be so collected. Okay, so this is another thing I really... It's a cringe moment, I guess you could say, for me, is when authors point out that their characters are acting out of character.
Like, don't do that.
I mean,
Please
don't act out of character in the first place, but... Don't be like, hey guys, it's alright, I know Naruto's acting out of character. It's just... that doesn't make it better. Because usually that's abruptly followed by, there is a seal, or a lock on your magic, or your core has been shuttered to prevent you from mental faculties and only accessing 1% of your brain. I see that so many fucking times. Anyway. Whelp! Returned the bijou, resting its head on its 4 limbs. Why are you here? The blonde shrugged, hands in his pockets as he stepped up to the bars of the cage. Nothing important, I just wanted to thank you for helping me back then against Sasuke. He took a breath before looking the beast in the eye. I really appreciate it, thank you. It took you a whole year to say this? This is the other thing that kind of irritates me when authors do this whole time skip sort of shit, where they're like, time skip to, like, 4 years down the line. Hey, Person A! Oh, hello, main character. Hey, Person A, I just wanted to talk to you about that thing that happened 4 years ago that was just never brought up since then. Oh, wow, I have a lot of things to say to you. I'm going to be very emotional about them. Oh, that's okay, Person A. I'm also going to be emotional about said thing that I haven't talked about in 4 years to you with. Everyone thoroughly disgusted yet? Good. Let's continue. The realization that I would have died many times if you didn't step in and give me some of your chakra. I used to think that I was strong and could take on anyone. He sighed, eyes closing in resignation. I mean,
hold on a minute. He could take, even at, like, what, age 11? He could take on a disturbing amount of the ninja world.
Well, yeah, it turns out when you're basically a walking nuclear bomb, you can do that.
I don't. I'm just saying, like, really, the fact is, what were they? Team 11?
7.
Team 7.
Team 7? Whatever. Like, 2/3 of Team 7 were terrifyingly overpowered.
Yeah. More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and then you had Kakashi, just in case.
But yeah, this is literally my point right here. Is it like the author's like an entire year has passed since this fight, and Naruto's just like, "Hey, Fox, thank you for helping me a year ago. No, what brought this on? Oh, I just realized I'm basically useless and weak."
Yeah, well, I was gonna say as much as I hate to credit them for it, it's like when CinemaSins goes, so you guys have presumably been in the car for 30 minutes and you're just now finishing this conversation or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
or
it's
you
just...
waited until now to tell everyone why?
But, like, this line right here, that fight with Sasuke was a real eye-opener. It was such an eye-opener, it took him a whole fucking year to open his eyes. Like... I'm not saying you can't do this. I'm not saying you can't do this. What I'm saying is, you have to watch your wording very closely. It is, I've done it before, completely within reason for you to look back on an event multiple years ago and go, holy shit. I'm dumb. But
Yep.
it's another thing to be like, that fight was a real eye-opener. It really opened my eyes. It's just, wow. A year later. It's not an eye-opener a year later. It's, better to... I mean, technically you could describe it as an eye-opener, but it would be more technically like hindsight 2020 champion. Don't use that ever.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Plov. I appreciate that. Plov just followed me.
Oh, that's
Yay.
nice. You have a new follower.
You'll scare them off in a week.
Oh, I'm sure I will. But my point being is that, like, don't use eye-opener. Don't... The way he's framed the sentence, it makes it sounding like this is an event that happened recently, and upon reflecting upon the event, I am, this is really jogging my noggin, it's activating my almonds, it's puffing my pecans.
Do you have any more nut-based, illusions?
Pacifying my peanuts. It's...
No, I'm pretty sure that one's an innuendo.
Rustling my jimmies. It's, well, what other nuts are there out there? There's,
Cashews?
Cashews. It's, cracking my cashews.
I shouldn't be giving you material, but...
Let's keep going. On my own, I'm basically useless, and I always win because of luck. And all of these people I'm about to list, and all the fights. Remember all those fights I was in? I was in those fights, and I was losing those fights, and then you helped me win those fights. Because I'm useless and stupid and dumb. And here I thought you had a spirit like fire. Where are you going with this? I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm depressed. I'm just letting you know that you're really strong and I'm weak. Blah, 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 blah. You have guts, kid. When it comes to proving your claims, just savor the fact that they were amusing witnesses. Those amusing to witness at all. No need to rub it in. I know I'm weak. And the pervert's gonna use these next couple of years to make me stronger. Oh yeah, sure. And where is he? Well, he's, doing pervert things. Yeah, okay. And, blah, blah. You're never gonna get stronger if you just sit here and wait for him. Blah, 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 blah. You're stupid and dumb. Oh, man, you're right, Kyuubi. I am stupid and dumb. Blah, blah,
For
blah.
once, I'd like it if the Kyuubi was like Naruto. You're an uneducated idiot. So I'm going to make you go to college.
Naruto, you're going to university.
Like, you know what? Here's the thing. If that was the setup, I would read, like, a college... Not an AU, but, like, Naruto gets sent to... Like, for instance, Sneaky, for a laugh, Naruto gets sent to Burlington, Vermont.
That'd be dumb.
It would be. It would be, like, a 5-paragraph shitpost.
Sunny and Phil. Alright, here we go.
1 second.
Perfect.
Alright, what are you giggling about over there?
Naruto, you're going to college. Cue the music. I am not wrong.
Why are you like this? Why am I friends with you?
What has he gone in?
I found a website that lets you custom template the Sunny in Philadelphia title screen.
Guess I'm impressed there's a website like that.
Look, Max, there's a website called When Did EG Last Throw? There's a website for everything.
Oof.
And yes, that website gets updated.
Excellent! Excellent entry into this, Calvin.
Good job, Calvin.
You picked the perfect time.
Also, apparently Wendy's has a Twitch channel.
What?
Wendy's has a Twitch channel, and they're hosting a Smash player right now.
I mean, I want to say that I'm surprised, but I'm not.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Now, at this point, like, I don't know if there's much that Wendy's can do to surprise me when it comes to online media.
Challenging McDonald's to a death battle.
You know what? If they start posting on Pornhub, that will surprise me.
You know what? That's fair enough. That is absolutely fair.
You know, I'm honestly not... I'm honestly kind of surprised that no one has done the girl on the couch meme and then all the mascots of the other food chains behind her. Because they're all guys. You guys all know what I'm talking about, right?
I'm not sure that I do. Unfortunately.
Really? Yeah, here we go. Yep. Nope. Yes. The Know Your Meme article. Here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
This.
Oh, that meme. I think I wiped that meme from my memory for some reason.
I'm just kind of surprised that no one's done that. Okay, well then, Chrome, well, you're gonna have an aneurysm, aren't you? Well done, Chrome.
I see Chrome's had a minor heart attack.
Anyway, you gotta get better and train on your own then. Don't listen to other people. Blah, 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 blah. What do you take me for, a charity? How am I supposed to learn to be better? I don't know. Don't be pathetic.
Don't be pathetic. Just, hey, stop letting yourself get punched in the face.
Just stop being punched in the face, forehead. Just stop sucking. Exactly.
Sneaky, just stop diving.
I can't do that.
I know you can. Fucking 2-cent Admiral Bulldog ripoff.
At least I'm more, what's the term? It's not... The verbal form of writing legibility. What's the verbal form of legibility?
Literate?
That's still words.
I don't know what you're trying to. Are you trying to say comprehensible?
Easier to... easy... Yeah, comprehensible. At least I'm more comprehensible than fucking Admiral Bulldog. I fucking heard him talk before. It's just like, the hell's he saying?
He tries more when he's paneling than on his stream. I will say that. That being said, I just come for whenever Alliance or Na'vi is on because of the amount of shit talking.
Oh,
Like, that's why you
yeah,
put
yes.
Admiral Bulldog on. Because he still knows like 80% of the players, and he is not afraid to shit talk them. It's like PPD.
I love it when PPD gets the panel.
No, here's the thing. I love when he panels. It's so much better when he casts. Because he shit talks them live, in the moment. Like, oh yeah, really, really good decision there, guys.
Alright, kid, let's see how far you are on summoning. And blah blah blah, blah blah, blah blah blah. Naruto's sad and stuff, and he summons Gambunta. The son of Gambuta, Gamkichi. You're kidding me.
Gamabunta. Holy shit.
You're a child. You're a lousy pervert. Where'd this come from? Naruto's all angry and stuff. Rah rah rah, you never teach me anything, blah blah blah, you use all my money and you buy horrors with my money, and I have to use the sexy jutsu to make you train me. You know, most people would have been happy to be trained by me. Or did you forget that I trained the 4th Hokage? Yeah, I know you trained the 4th Hokage, you've told me that all the time, and you're so terrible, and you're bad and awful, and you're a pervert, and blah blah blah. Oh, Isley's gone? Bye, Isley.
Oh, well, okay.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. I taught you the 4th Hokage jutsu. All you did was give me balloons and blah blah blah. Who's the fault you have crappy control? Teaching the Rasengan should have refined it. Blah, does that look refined to you? And if you had actually helped me with Rasengan, I would probably be better at it. Well, I mean, if you just trained with your fucking clones, it would have been better. The problem is you're a terrible student. You're fucking awful. Well, fuck you, Jiraiya. I'm not even kidding. This is shit they're saying. You're a real class act, Kamakichi said. From what Pops told me, you're terrible. Blah blah. If he's a bad student as a Jinchuriki, what does that make you? And now Jiraiya is really sad, and he's really sad that he's a terrible person, and he's a terrible student, and he's a terrible teacher. And blah blah blah. And he realized his ego was huge because Minato was a good person. Oh man, Jiraiya, you really fucked this one up, he muttered to himself, self-loathing in his tone. Naruto was training himself with his clones, and he was doing this for a while. Do I really fight this terrible... Okay, look. Even if you are looking in the mirror and you're doing something, you're really not able... When you are low-skilled, you don't know what you are doing wrong because you are not skilled enough to pinpoint what you are doing wrong. So just looking at yourself doing something is highly unlikely to tell you that you're doing something wrong if you are low-skilled in it.
Which, for the record, as much of a lazy shithead slacker that Naruto
Hi,
is,
Calvin.
pretty much the one thing he tried at, mostly thanks to, Might Guy, was actual taijutsu. He at least tried at that.
He never learned from Might Guy, though.
Didn't he?
No.
No.
I could have sworn there was a point where he had a training montage with Might Guy. Whatever.
No.
No, there was a whole thing where he went to Might Guy to learn, and Might Guy's like, I got you a jumpsuit, and everybody was like, he's not wearing that.
That was an anime filler episode or two.
Yeah.
Damn it!
There's also a joke that held over in the Naruto Ultimate Ninja games on PS2 where you could fight as Taijutsu Naruto. Boy, he was kind of busted.
Okay, so I wasn't crazy. It just didn't actually happen.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Naruto's fighting style amounts to screaming and punching with really over-telegraphed swings.
Oh, and clones.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I think The taijutsu skill he does have is now entirely the frog kata stuff that he learned while trying to move
more or
his
less, yeah.
He went from a brawler variant of the Academy Taijutsu to frog martial arts. So
No, you're right, Nexus. He is very clever with pranks. At least that's what they all say he is. We never really see that, but they all claim that he is.
no,
Yeah,
we
but like
see
I
it-
said,
no,
point
hang on,
being-
we do see it early on where Chunin and Johnny are like, okay, seriously, we can't find this little shithead after he marked up the Hokage monument.
Yeah, I know, but like that's like the only
that's
example we're given. Yeah.
Yeah. Which again, fucking brat running around in a bright orange jumpsuit. I'm left to believe either that was supposed to be an example of how far Chunin and Jonin had actually fallen in terms of raw skill and power.
And why
Versus
Kakashi
how-
hates them all?
It,
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm actually more inclined to give Naruto the benefit of the doubt when it comes to his stealth because he apparently figured out the blind spot of the Byakugan and then proceeded to exploit it for an extended duration.
What was the blind spot of the Byakugan again?
It's like 1 degree of the 360-degree vision isn't like able to
No,
be
that's-
seen or something.
no, what Naruto did was he abused the human thing of why would I look at the ground? No one moves to the ground. The blind spot was a completely different character.
Okay.
That was the spider dude.
Yeah,
Ah,
well,
right.
and don't forget, I was gonna say, in addition to that, he was also smart enough to go, hey, Neji figured out which one was me from the chakra difference. So if I make less clones and split it up more evenly, he'll have to work harder. Like,
No. Shadow clones have the exact same chakra as the original.
no, I'm almost certain that there was a point in the episode where he was like, where Neji was like, oh, hold on.
No,
No.
Atin is correct in terms of Naruto using one of his clones having more chakra than him to make Neji think that that clone was the real one.
Yeah, but like, no, I don't think Naruto had the kind of chakra control needed at that point.
No, he didn't need to. He just made a shit ton of clones, and then he had one clone that had more chakra than him. So it looked
No,
like he was
had
the clone.
one clone hang back.
Oh, maybe.
That was what it was. He had one clone hang back, and Edge's like, that's the real Naruto, because why would he come up front and attack me himself? And he got fucking blindsided. 'cause
the good
Naruto
old illusion.
came running up behind him.
The good old illusion trick, eh, Atin?
What's this about illusions?
The good old illusion juke, having one hang back and everyone's like, ah, that's the real one.
Or, no, more accurately, you have all the illusions run away, and you just stand there, and they're all like, oh, the one that isn't moving has to be an illusion.
I fucking hate them. Anyway. Not many knew this secret of Naruto. He loved reading books. He read so many books. He would always write and read books. He loved books. Did I ever tell you how much he loved books? He loves reading books. Fantasy books. Fiction, fantasy book, was it? Non-fiction books. He read lots of books. He even read a book about a character named Menma Uzumaki, a simple man from a poor village where there was a heartless tyrant.
No, Sneaky, he's writing that.
Oh, he wrote that book, of course.
He's writing that book.
What do you want to do with this book that you're writing? I want to write the book. The fox snorted. Maybe I can become a famous story writer. It could happen. Your desire for acceptance is pitiful, and the drive you have is commendable. Are you coming around, fox? We could be friends. And pray tell, Why would I want to be friends with you? Pray tell! I fucking hate it when authors just make characters completely talk out of their vocabulary range. Oh, forsooth! Naruto! Why dost thee wish to become my compadre?
What the
Honestly, if you want to get
fuck
back
were
into
you
the stream, just if
going
you want to get
for
back in,
there?
you can just hop back into general and we'll drag you back in. Right, Isaac can't hear us.
Have you ever seen the Romeo and Juliet modernized Chicago version?
That
No,
It
I've seen
was
the South
simultaneous-
Florida one. There's a Chicago one too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Why?
it's actually really fun.
It's
Like,
it's
The Florida one was surprisingly fun.
they were both in the realms of thanks. I hate this.
I watched it and I was like, I've seen things that are objectively worse, like the Star Wars Christmas special, but this made me angrier.
I really enjoyed this. Simultaneously, I'm frothing with rage.
Well, because the worst part was, like, the people who did it were trying, and, like, the actors were trying.
Yeah.
And there were some scenes that looked like they were pretty much straight out of Devil May Cry when they pulled out their swords to duel.
Alright then.
Max, their sword, it was a line of guns called swords.
Yes, this was the Florida one. It was in Miami, Florida, I think, is where it took place.
You sure?
No. So there's two of them. There's the Chicago one, and then where they're mobsters, and then there's the Florida-ish one, or the coastal region one, where their swords are actually just straight up guns.
Yes, that's the one I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the one I watched.
Oh, there was a Chicago one as well. It's a play.
1996.
no.
Is this it? Yeah, this is it. 1996. The updated to the hip modern suburb of Verona.
Okay, honestly, everyone needs to take the time to go and watch Romeo and Juliet, the Florida variant.
It's so dumb, but it's
It's surprisingly well acted. Like,
just pulls out a fucking deagle and just like...
it just says sword.
yeah, and let's not forget, like, Leonardo DiCaprio did fantastic in that role.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
he did.
God, that movie was a fucking treat
Yeah, the one
in,
with the
in high school. Like, all right, kids, we're watching Romeo and Juliet. Teacher, this doesn't seem like Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, you'll see.
Okay. Okay.
Oh God, I freaking loved that. Anyway. Blah 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 blah. I'm always right. You're stupid. Yeah, blah blah blah. I was ready to try and be a friend. Is there anything else I can do besides remove your seal? No. Well, I'll let you know.
Hey,
Blah, blah.
hey, dangerous nuclear weapon. Is there anything I can do for you besides, letting you out?
Could you let me out?
No, no. I think we went over this. That's the one thing I'm not gonna do for you, buddy.
Anyway, so blah blah blah. Hey, you know how Jiraiya touched your seal before? Yeah, I know Jiraiya did that. What's your point? Blah blah. I want you to get seals. With enough training and practice, you can learn how to do seals too. Okay. I'll teach you how to do seals. Alright, so apparently the Kyuubi is now teaching Naruto how to do seals.
You think if he could have done that from the beginning, he'd have gotten out much sooner.
Probably. Anyway, so blah blah blah. Edict memory because reasons. Blah blah blah. Blah blah. Seal Master Kyuubi. Blah 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 blah. Oh, it's a Fuin Jutsu seal to tell him his elemental alignment.
What?
Yeah. Blah blah blah. You have wind and water affinities. Blah blah. Hey Fox, with your edict memory, can you review my clone's memories and tell me anything I missed? Blah blah blah. Nothing happened. Blah blah. How is
Also,
it that
by
I
the
understand?
way, it's not edict memory. It's eidetic or eidetic, but it's definitely not edict.
Oh, I
Because
know.
an edict is a proclamation.
I'm aware.
Why do we try, Max?
You tell me.
What? You're the smart one.
Blah blah blah. You have a bloodline that lets you understand Fuin Jutsu. Blah blah blah. Your mother was named Kushina. Blah 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 blah. I killed your parents. Here's the memory of your parents dying. Jiraiya shows up and he's like, "Yo, hey
Hold on a minute.
Naruto."
Hold on a minute. Fox, he's 8.
What?
Here's the memory of your parents dying.
Yeah.
I killed them. Here you go, buddy.
Yeah. Naruto's like 12.
12. Yes! Yes! Those 4 years make it a much better way for him to confront the trauma, Sneaky.
I'm sure it does in this story.
Actually, no. At this point, it's the start of their journey. That he should be 15, going on 16. No.
No,
14 going on 15.
that's at the end of the journey, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was 16 at the end of the journey.
No,
Right.
he was turning 15.
No, because remember, when he leaves to go with Jiraiya, it's like right at the end of season 1, basically.
So, yeah, basically, a year passes in season 1 of Naruto, and he's 12 by the end of that. 3 years pass during the time skip, makes him 15, and then his birthday is like a couple episodes into Shippuden.
It's...
Hi, Mark.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought it was 16 at the start of Shippuden for some reason.
16 at the end. Pluvian says he was 16 at the end and 13 at the start. So that general range, but anyway. Alright.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, Naruto, I notice you're sad. Why do you care that I'm sad? I'm a bad student. Well, I'm sorry for calling you a bad student. You're the best student ever. Well, I'm just supposed to forgive you for that? Yeah, kind of. Well, fuck you. Okay, well, stuff and words and, pointless shit. Why couldn't you have been more like Minato instead of his mother? My mother? You knew them? Oh shit. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. I am your godfather. Get the fuck away from me, you piece of shit. Blah 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 blah. I didn't expect him to be your godfather. Blah 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 blah. And then he was gonna go release the seal, and then Minato showed up. And Minato's like, "Don't do that, son. I sealed the Foxy into you because I knew you would do it. I knew you would handle it. I didn't think you'd be here again, Fourth. I did this to my son, Kyuubi. I want to see him again. Dad, the fox totally helps me a bunch. Yes, I was able to review all of your memories.
In like 20 seconds.
Yes, I believe that's actually canon. Fuin Jutsu is a dangerous art. You are a child of prophecy. You can destroy the world or save it. I believe in you, my son. We both do, sweetheart. Mother shows up randomly. Oh man, you're so cute. Blah blah blah. I'm glad to see you're so good at Funjutsu, even if Fuzzbutt got you started. Would you rather I did nothing, woman? No, I'm just glad he's doing it. And when that pervert dies, I'm gonna kick his ass again so he dies harder. Titabane. Titabane, Naruto asked with chuckle. Thank goodness, I'm glad I'm not the only one with the weird verbal tick, Titabao.
Oh, thank God, our child has a horrible problem, just like us.
Yes.
Which is funny because she was actually kind of disappointed in actual canon. Like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That's one of the things you inherited from me, kid.
I wish
Also,
I got your
I would
hair.
like to point out the absurdity of it being a genetic tick.
I mean, that's the thing. That is
With
actually
them
a
all
thing.
having almost the exact same one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I knew a tick was genetic, but
It can express itself differently. Now, it is stretching a bit, yes, for them to have similar made-up words. I mean, it would make more sense. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I was gonna say it would make more sense if Naruto lived like a year or two hearing his mother say it, and then having the verbal tick be like similar to hers. That
Well, yeah,
that would be
that-
make sense, but you know he was kind of not. So
He
that
had
does
all
stretch a little.
like 6 hours with her,
No,
maybe.
wasn't it like literally he is born, and then the guy stabs people? Like,
6 hours is a generous estimate. Probably.
I thought
closer
it was like
to-
10 minutes.
It's probably closer to maybe an hour, honestly.
Yeah.
It's probably closer to like, oh, my son has been born for all of like 10 minutes. Oh shit, he's kidnapped. Oh shit, we got him back. Oh, what the fuck is even happening?
There's a bomb attached to my baby.
also he's a demon.
Get out of here, Dante.
That didn't happen. That,
Thank you,
boy,
Naruto. Blah
the
blah.
directions Naruto would have taken if that's what happened.
Blah blah. I wish I had red hair. You're super pretty. Oh, thank you, my son. I love you so much. Blah blah. Reunion short lived. Their chakra is fading. Blah 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 blah. I have so much things to ask you. Blah blah. I actually the mother has way more chakra. Just saying. Like enough to fight the Kyuubi. More chakra. Just you know, throwing that out there. I want
Look,
to
all
get...
I'm saying is she did in fact get into a smackdown with the man.
Yeah. Also, I want to give you the key to the Kyuubi seal.
No, that seems like a bad idea.
Since you and it are starting to connect further than your mother was able to, I figured you should have that. You think I'm ready, really? It's not like I'm you or mom, dad. I'm not a genius or a badass. Naruto, listen to me. You're Naruto Uzumaki. You're the greatest. I'll make you guys
I would have
proud.
preferred if
Oh, I love you,
if
Naruto.
one of them was like, listen, no son of mine's gonna be a weak bitch. Get to work.
Naruto and Kushina have Tourette's. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Must be canon. Yeah.
I'm willing to give this author a couple points because that's actually one of the better interactions we see between Naruto and his parents in fanfiction. If I'm being completely honest here,
well, I mean,
compared to some of the usual shit that we see.
Yeah, that is fair enough. But like this first chapter is just so.
I could see myself keeping this open in a tab for when I have nothing to do at all.
Like it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just characters are just a little bit out of character, and he's very wordy, and for no reason is shortening the amount of time that Kushina has, and for some
Yeah, that
reason,
was one thing I was always... Did they ever give us a reason for why Kushina stuck around for like a year compared to Minato? relatively speaking. I mean, like, Minato was like, I'm gone. Kushina's like, I'm gonna throw down with the Kyuubi.
Did we ever get a reason? Wait, this is
actually no, we did get a reason for that. Minato said, "I'll put more of your chakra in this than I will of mine."
something like that, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I think that was a throwaway line in a flashback.
Is this just the first chapter? Yeah, we only read the first chapter here, Pluve.
Well, no, I was gonna say you shouldn't say that we only read the first chapter.
We generally only read the first chapter.
Yeah.
We're willing to read more than one if it isn't garbage.
Which
Or,
we might
like,
end up doing to this one.
Yeah.
It's just oh boy, are you guys ready for this? A month later, Naruto becomes really good at seals and has lots of money now from all the seals he sells.
This is what the third time, the second or third time skip in this chapter.
Yeah,
Wow.
a third. And the village of Hidden Sand is buying all of his seals, and Jiraiya just dropped them off at the village while he went over to the Land of Wind. And blah 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 blah.
All right, look, for as irresponsible as Jiraiya is, he wouldn't just drop.
Are you guys ready for this completely unrealistic thing that's about to happen? So in a single month, he finished his story, got it published, distributed, and it was an acclaimed hit.
Maybe if the book was just actual porn, like just pictures of naked ladies, and he was the first one to think of that, maybe.
Well, no, I'm just more laughing at the part where the author believes it only takes a month to get shit printed and sent out.
Well, and remember, that's laughable with our level of technology.
Like, it takes like a year to get a book published and then printed and sent off.
Unless you're self-publishing, you could maybe cut that down to 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, and that's with current day technology. Do they even have printers?
Well, presumably they do. Yes.
No, best case scenario, they have a printing press. No, there's a significant difference.
No, they have books readily available.
Yeah,
Did
Max.
you forget that Jiraiya has books sold literally everywhere?
Yeah, but we don't know if they're printers or if they're all handwritten, my dude.
Okay, but we also know that they have computers and wireless communications. I'm not sure if you noticed, the technology level is
very inconsistent, I realize
everywhere.
that, yeah.
It's a little just
Alright,
all over
see ya,
the
Pluve.
fucking
Thanks for
place.
hopping over.
Oh, well, okay. Bye, new person.
Bye.
Hope you come back.
See, you already scared him off, Sneaky. What'd I tell you?
I can very much believe that this world has proper printing procedures for books, at least, like in mass printing.
Let's ask the internet.
Oh God.
Nope.
Watch it be like in chapter 4 there was a printer in the background in this shop here.
That's disturbing. Thank you for that. Google.
Why is there a Microsoft community post?
Oh, it's about, I don't know. Are there printers in
I don't think anyone's ever asked this before, like outside of just among friends.
Yeah, no.
Why would anyone need to know this?
This is an important question.
Oh, we're fucking idiots. They have TV, they have radio, they have wireless communications, they have computers, for fuck's sake. They have a computer with a random generator on it for the tuning exams.
Yeah.
Random.
Oh, hey, funny that you mentioned the princess, Nexus.
Oh.
Moth. Oh, yeah, so in that same paragraph, Koyuki, you know, from the Land of Ice movie.
Yeah.
It's like, hey Naruto, congrats, you did it.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
What?
Rainbow Rasengan 2.0, let's go.
Anyway, so the brave and the bold. Jesus fucking Christ!
You know, that's actually an RPG book. It's about superhero. It's actually a reasonably good superhero RPG. I'd like to try it with you guys sometime.
More copies were being made and distributed around the Elemental Nations as it flew off the shelves, and Koyuki sent him a letter congratulating his success. Film adaptation, an offer that he accepted. Well, as long as it's not a Netflix adaptation.
Now I'm sad about The Witcher. Hey guys, who should we get to play Geralt of Rivia? Henry Cavill. Yes.
Is that a good yes or a bad yes?
It's a bad yet. I don't think he's a bad actor. I definitely don't think he's gonna do Geralt well.
That's fair enough. So it's more of a thanks! I hate it!
Didn't someone like tweet at Mark Hamill like, hey man, you should do this?
No,
yeah.
they tweeted at him for the role of Vesemir, and Mark Hamill was like, "I got no idea what this is, but he seems like a badass old man, so I'm down." And everybody was like, "I didn't know that I needed this."
Is he gonna be in it though, or is it not?
We don't know. They have not announced who Vesemir is.
I really want Mark Hamill to do it. As much as I detest Mark Hamill these days, I really want him to be Vesemir.
Here's the thing. And this is something I think that's important for like when I watch the Mission Impossible movies. It is possible to separate dislike for an actor and their crazy ass beliefs with Scientology.
I know. I do it all the time with the Marvel movies.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like
Jesus
it is
Christ,
entirely
Chris
and that's something I think is important for people to understand. It's entirely impossible to enjoy something while still being like, I think these people are dumb. I think this movie is fine.
Yeah. But anyway, so transportation seals, I have just revolutionized the travel network, and it will connect all of the hidden villages together.
What, did Naruto just invent the webway?
Yes. Don't be so positive, kid. There's no way any villages would ever let a teleportation network be set up inside their village.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? Naruto doesn't have to set them up inside the village to make money. He can buy, like, a 10x10 plot of land on the outside and go to a merchant and be like, hey, do you instantly want to go from the village hidden in the leaves to the village hidden in the sand?
But the problem is that no village would let that be in their country, basically. Because any sort of seal that would let them bypass the borders...
That's an immediate no-no.
Except here's the problem.
Yeah?
With something like a teleportation circle, it's something that can be monitored.
No?
No, if you know where it is, then you can just put guards there. Like, that's what I'm saying. Just build a little border hut.
Yeah, but what happens when they, teleport in a fucking brick of shinobis? Or they teleport in a bomb? Or, literally, there is so much you can do.
Okay, here's the answer to that. If they teleport in a brick of shinobis, then those shinobis are going to be super easy to kill because they're all just, stacked on top of each other. If they teleport in a bomb, while that would suck, it's not like it's going to do any harm to the village because you built it outside your village and you don't have to worry about further attacks because they just blew up the teleport circle.
Well, yeah, but that hurts your economy.
It does. But
Also, No village would let a teleport circle exist because a decent portion of their economy is likely going to be caravan escort missions.
And the fact that, again,
Now,
as
I was gonna
mentioned,
say, now see that's the first reasonable excuse I've heard.
I mean, it doesn't help that most of these villages hate each other's guts, with the exception, I think, of Wind and Leaf at the moment.
Well, no, I mean, by the time Naruto's running the show, Sand and Leaf don't hate each other. I'm not saying they're getting along, I'm saying they don't hate each other.
Oh boy, someone took Philosophy 101 in college.
Oh, Christ.
Don't be so negative, Kurama. You gotta think as the glass is half full. Whether the glass is half full or half empty, it doesn't matter to me. The glass is full of water.
Listen, doesn't matter whether you say the glass is half empty or half full. Somebody took half my water, damn it.
How realist of you!
Except here's the problem. There are assholes in my house and assholes at college who would do that.
I know.
It's like, look, if you're gonna steal my drink, fine. But then steal my drink.
Yeah, don't drink half of it and be like, oh, I didn't drink half of it.
Don't come back
you
making
did.
me go, did I drink half of this? If I drink this, am I getting somebody's disgusting herpes mouthwash? Mouth backwash?
Do you even know where you'll end up when you start up that thing? I have no idea what will happen when I start up this basically warp seal. Oh good, it's basically a warp seal.
Wait, I'm sorry. So the implication here is he made one.
Yes, he made a
And no
singular
destination.
teleportation seal, and he has no idea what will happen when he uses it. Somehow, he has specifically delineated exactly how the teleportation will work, but he has no idea where he'll end up.
Okay.
Here I go, and he
Wait, no,
teleports,
this is not okay. But
and he's on an island now.
Naruto, this is a terrible idea.
I'm on an island. He's looking around, and there's destroyed buildings everywhere, and he's like, wow, this place is depressing, and there's corpses everywhere. Looking around. Is this what war brings? Death and misery? That's what war is, Naruto. This is why I hate humans, for they are quick to judge and destroy their own kind. We Bijus are an enlightened species. I can't
sorry.
blame you for hating humans, not after
What?
seeing all of this. Oh my god, we're on the Uzumaki lands. This is the hidden whirlpool village. How convenient. Look at all these people. Defensive measures. Am I in danger? You understand seals better than I do now. But if I have to guess, I'd say you being Uzumaki means you're safe. And if not, then you're dead.
An
And-
accurate summation.
And all Aryan Kurama, basically.
I would appreciate it if someone never said that again.
I mean, his host is white, blonde hair, blue eyed. Just saying.
I thought this was going to be a short chapter.
I thought this was going to be a short chapter too. And so, words,
Do you just not look at the scroll
words,
bar when you open these?
more or less.
Oh my god.
Words, and there's a ship or something like that. This place is super weird. And there's people inside the liquids. And it's the ship containing all the Seki rays. Blah blah blah. Oh, look at that! They're awake, and then she woke up and put her hand all across the glass, and then the glass shattered. And then she's looking at Naruto and blushing, and then she smooches him. Mia just right up and smooches him. All over the face, smooching.
course.
And then 9 other women also broke out of their tanks and came up to Naruto and started smooching him too. Cue the music.
What? We have music? By the way, is there a reason you're still just sitting on Naruto Gains a harem?
He just swapped over to it.
Yep.
Ah.
Anyway, so time to do a Harry Potter story. Someone go
Oh.
ping Arn. If he's still alive.
I'm sure he's dead.
No, he's apparently playing HP time. Ara, heya boya, wanna SS? Oh my god. I fucking hate myself for reading that out loud.
I'm so glad that you're dumb enough to read these out loud.
Like, my brain's like, what is this? Let's look at it and read it.
Let's read this abomination out loud.
Such a clean fucking clip of that, too.
Oh, that's good. That's fucking good.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. Let's get some fucking Harry Potter in here. Oh, how do you guys feel about Harry Potter and Percy Jackson? How much do you know about either of those?
I think it's gonna go real fucking poorly.
I don't
But
know
let's
enough
do
about
it.
either of those.
Hmm.
But that's nothing new.
I think this one's even more pretentious. Ooh. Harry Potter Mass Effect or Harry Potter Ruby? Oh, they both look really pretentious and bad. Ooh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Get your tiger by its toe. I pick this one. Alright, the Ruby one it is.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, self-inflicted gunshot wounds. They'd be more fun.
Thanks. I hate it.
Could someone please kill me?
Ruby, Juniper, and Hail. By Dragon King Dragneil 25. Harry thought falling through Veil of Death would end him. Unfortunately, fate has other plans. Stuck in a new land, Harry strives to become the best hunter in Remnant. If his friends don't drag him into insanity first. Harry, Weiss, Adam, OC. Oh no. It's got 2,000 faves.
Oh boy.
Oh god. The promo trailers.
Promo trailers?
The author is now going to attempt to write his own written trailers in the same style of the visual trailers we got for Team Ruby.
We have said this time and time again. Please do not do visual anything in your story. Don't do visual gags. Don't do, like, whatever. Just don't do it. I mean, visual gags is really pretty much the only thing that's it, but...
Thank you, C8, for doing a fantastic job on that clip.
Oh, who did what now?
Oh, he clipped your quote.
Thank you, Skit. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
That is an excellent clip. Very clean. Sneaky drinks some. God damn it.
Heya Boya wanna SS?
Sneaky, what have we told you about drinking yourself to sleep? The answer, of course, is that you shouldn't.
Share the liquid because they're about to do so as well.
Once again, were we all in the same house, A, this is when we'd have an intervention, and B, I'm pretty sure Max and I would be able to be better co-hosts.
Hey, Jacob.
Sorry, what's going on? What?
I said if we were all stuck in the same house, A, we'd be able to stop him from drinking himself to sleep, and B, I'm pretty sure Max and I would be able to be better guests. Better hosts.
I mean, I am still waiting for that day just so we can have the moment where we all have webcams at this point, obviously. Where
we'll still be hiding our faces.
I'm starting to say something, and you just see Max, like, dash away from his web camera, and you hear the thumping down the hall from Atin's, and then it comes to mine, and it's just Max, like, doing a fucking, haymaker lunge.
Well, no, the best part is, you'll see Max go by on my camera.
We're going to specifically keep your door open for those chances, huh?
Sneaky, don't say it! I'm gonna say it! Yeah! To be continued.
That's the thing, right? We won't let him have a door. Like, we'll let him have, like, a bead curtain, Max.
Is this Harry Potter? You bet your ass this is Harry Potter. This is Harry Potter Ruby.
We'll need ready access to his room to stop him from saying stupid stuff.
Yeah, Atin's also going to be very quick on the freeze stream and the roundabout clip. Because...
Oh, no, listen. I'm gonna have a board in front of me.
Thank you, Art. I appreciate it.
We'll just get you, like, 2 big red buttons.
No, because here's the thing. I'll need 5 buttons. I'll need the stop the stream button. I'll need the clip button. I'll need the mute Sneaky button. I'll need the button to mute myself, and I'll need the button to mute our guests. I don't ever have to worry about muting Max.
Warning, stream has been paused.
Stream has been paused to keep Sneaky from getting us kicked the fuck off.
A group of about 10 people and a dozen or so robots crowd around the center of a Schnee Dust Company warehouse where a man about 30 hangs from the rafters. His hair was pure white with pale blue eyes, and he wore dark-colored clothes. He was glaring angrily at the group, the only light that came from the full moon which shone brightly through a hole in the ceiling.
Yeah, well, Nexus, while you are correct in that Max is mostly non-existent, that was actually not what I was talking about. I'm saying I don't have to worry about Max saying anything offensive, because he's generally too good a human being for that, but on rare occasions, when it's a full moon, his inner Southerner does come out, but no one can blame Southerners for that. That's just part of their genetics.
Okay.
I think he just called you subhuman.
I think he did.
Check
I'm not saying Southerners are a lesser form of American. Just... You know, how do
continue.
I say this? I'm trying to say this in the worst way I possibly can. It's not that you're subhuman, you're just damaged goods.
I don't want to hear that from the literal damaged goods in the chat.
I mean, Look, just because me and Sneaky have brain damage doesn't mean we can't point out that other people are damaged goods. Like, who better to spot the damaged goods than the damaged goods?
Arn says, on a full moon, Max turns into a wear shit poster and says the N-word.
I mean, here's the thing. Max does not shitpost very often, but when he does shitpost, it is fantastic.
That's mostly because he just goes through fucking normie Facebook memes. All of his friends are fucking normies and post shit to your memes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, every once in a while, he produces a gem.
Max
Is there
is
something you'd like
Trying
to say?
to understand Arn's immediate escalation.
The kid is Schnee, owner of the CEO of the Schnee Dust Company.
What accent is that? You started out like, I don't know if it was Irish or Scottish, and then immediately went somewhere else.
No, it sounded like he started German, switched halfway to Irish or Scottish, and now doesn't know which way to drive.
The leader said Hunterly. He stepped out with the shadows to reveal he was a phonus. The leader wore a white shirt under a blue vest, with the insignia of a wolf head over 3 claw marks, both in blood red colors. This is the symbol of the terrorist group, the White Fang. The leader, son of Dawson.
Are you done yet?
No.
How long are you gonna do this?
Until I stop drinking this Irish whiskey. Vodka.
How long have you been? Oh, Jesus Christ! You've been drinking so long you don't know the difference between vodka and whiskey anymore.
Atin, you okay? Something happened to your
Again,
mic?
this is the other reason we need the camera, so that you
He's being shut down.
trying to keep the booze
Atin,
away.
can you hear us?
Atin's being shut down. They're on to him.
I think his headset's failing.
What? No, I have to close some windows. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
It sounds better, but it still sounds like you're in a bit of a tunnel.
I mean, I'm in a big echoey house because I'm by myself, which is why I have to close the windows because it just started raining.
Nice. I want you to... His antlers glowing in the moonlight. I'll take it you're wondering why you're alive, he mused at your keys. Well, it's simple. I want you to sign over your company to me. So, this group of original character faunists have captured the CEO of the Dust Company and are threatening him to sign ownership to the White Fang.
That doesn't work on so many. Assuming Remnant has even remotely intelligent
That
laws,
doesn't work at all.
like, contracts signed under duress are not valid, ever.
I mean, not only that, the fucking Atlas military would not allow that.
And I'm fairly certain you can't sign a company over to a terrorist group.
I'm also fairly certain you can't just sign a company that large over. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a court proceeding at that point.
Well, no, it depends on whether or not the SDC ever went public. If they never went public, and the SDC has remained the sole property of the Schnee
Well,
family...
no, he definitely went public because he holds those balls and galas. Like, there'd be no point in doing, like, that sort of rich people sucking up snobbery if he wasn't trying to get more investors.
No, they could be doing it just because they're that politically massive that they need to do that. Like, that's what I'm saying. If they kept the Schnee Dust Company solely in the
Schnee
family,
Dust Company, a lesser-known sister corporation to the Schnee Dust Company.
Fuck you.
They sell cow farts.
Anyway, if they kept the SDC solely to the Schnee family, then yes, he could actually just sign it away.
Maybe.
Now, granted, the contract wouldn't be valid because it's sign the contract or we'll murder your family, but
Yeah.
he could do it.
Oh, don't be like, what the fuck was that?
I don't
We
know.
would love to know.
If you figure it out, be sure to tell us.
Because I think you just invented a new race of humans with that accent.
I think I did.
His accent was so strange.
My name is
He
Shervin
created a
Dawson.
new group
Oh,
of
don't
people
be
for
like
it.
that. You see, I just want your company. Nothing more. I'd hate to have your family see you in an accident. That got a response. Jaquez fought against the restraints and growled, "Touch them and you won't get anything." Alas, I know. That's fucking true. I had it earlier and then it's gone.
Odd. That seems a little odd.
Alas! Poor your
I would say he
him
doesn't
well.
really give a shit.
I am a family man myself, and I hate breaking families apart, said the terrorist.
I'm sorry. Sir, what did you think you were signing up for?
Human families, blah blah blah. Gunshots rang out, and people are dying, and so much for being the best of the best. You're late, kid. Not my fault. I had to reassure your daughter I'd bring you back alive. I swear she inherited your stubbornness. Are you sure it was me she was worried about returning alive, or you? Hard to tell. Harry Potter time! Is Arm still here? Or did he leave?
I don't know.
It looks like he's still here. Harry Potter time!
Probably still here.
The person who had been speaking walks up into the moonbeam. The person was about 17 with messy black hair and piercing green eyes. He stood at 6'2" and wore a dark green shirt under a black jacket with a bright green lightning bolt insignia on everything. Dark colored pants and boots. Okay. I know people say pants, but you have to specify a little bit, because A, this is a combat scenario, and B, this is a fucking cold town. So you got slacks, you got sweats, you got jeans, or denims if you're British.
We don't talk about the British on this show. They don't exist.
Yeah, you got your combat trousers, or whatever the fuck they're called. Your fatigues. There we go. Fatigues. You got your combat fatigues. Yeah, you got a wide range of pants to be wearing, and in this case, it's actually kind of important that you specify which. And dark colored pant. Again, the important part of why you have to specify what kind of pant you're doing is, while jeans can be dyed, they're blue, typically. And then, you got your whole stealth aspect. Are they black pants? Are they brown pants? Are they gray pants? Are they, modern city camo pants? Or... Details, there's just the one moment where the details are kind of important if you're going to include them. I mean, kudos to the author for waiting this long to give the details on the main character. But if you're going to fucking give the details, you gotta give the details. You can't just be like, ah, yes, they are normal human shape, and they have 2 arms, a shirt, and underpants on. Listen, the British aren't human. Thanks, Warren.
I would say, you see, that's, believe it or not, what the Revolutionary War was actually about. It was about breaking away from their filthy genetics so that we could become real people again.
He gets on my ass about this shit.
Okay, I make dumb jokes about the British. You make jokes about the Holocaust. There is a difference. No one's gonna be upset that I insulted the
You're
British.
right, there's more British. You set yourself up for that one.
You jumped on that so fast.
See, I knew that was going to happen.
You didn't think it happened that fast?
I was hoping there would be a small amount of lag time. Just a second. But no.
Anyway, his most notable features were the black wolf ears on his head and the black tail sticking from his tailbone. I wonder what kind of relationship he's going to have when he gets the beacon. Could it be with Blake? He was holding a bolt-action sniper rifle. Who the fuck would use bolt-action?
I mean, Ruby uses a bolt-action sniper rifle, Sneaky.
No, she uses a semi-automatic.
Could have sworn I saw her pulling the bolt after some of the shot. Like, I know it has a semi-auto fire mode, but...
I mean, you know it can do both, right?
Yes. But that's what I'm saying. She does have a bolt-action sniper rifle.
I think she used the bolt action when it's in scythe mode.
She uses the bolt action when she wants to chamber a different round than normal, basically.
What?
Like, I'm gonna shoot an ice round.
No, I'm sorry. I just read something from Pedro that annoys me.
Honks times Terry. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that fic, actually.
Why, people? Why?
He's also bolt action sniper rifle versus Grim. Bolt action sniper rifle versus wave tactics. Or unless you're hunting humans, then I guess the bolt action works fine.
Okay. What if it's bolt action, but it's chambering like 40mm grenades? That's the only time I can see that working against waves.
I mean,
that's not really a sniper
That's not
rifle,
really a
then.
sniper rifle or bolt action at that point.
I can't argue for the sniper rifle, but I can argue for the bolt
That's
action.
a fucking hand cannon.
No, it's not a hand cannon if it's chambering 40mm grenades. That's just a China Lake. With a bolt.
It's literally a hand cannon.
It could have a bolt.
I'm not saying it couldn't have a bolt. I'm saying it's definitely not a sniper
rifle. Dumbest
rifle.
thing I've ever heard. Okay, so it's basically a China Lake, right? Mm-hmm. But instead of cracking it, you have the bolt mechanics. That sounds dumb.
I'm not saying it's dumb. It isn't dumb.
It's dumb as hell.
I'm the one who came up with it.
Bolt
This
action
is Max's
China
dumb
Lake.
brainchild.
A bolt action China Lake is silly as hell.
Except here's the thing. I want to find someone who does like really, really good, like custom Ruby fan art and be like, and my character has a bolt action China Lake. I want to see. Don't give them any direction other than that. I want to see what they do.
Oh,
the
final version of the China Lake is a pump action Arn. I believe the initial deployment of it was a
no,
crack
the initial
barrel.
versions were just a crack.
Yeah.
A crack and load. Like, I was gonna say, the initial version was way, way closer to like a sawed-off shotgun.
Yeah.
In terms of how you loaded it.
Like, it's really easy to make a basic gun. Like, people don't realize how much chambering rounds adds to the complexity of a gun. A lot. It adds a lot of complexity.
I was gonna say, even something like a pipe, like, inmates in prison can make guns. They're really shitty, and they're inaccurate as fuck, but it's a gun, and it works.
The break action 40mm weren't called China Lakes. They were Americans, weren't they?
So, you guys are going to be really disappointed in this.
Oh, I'm sure I will be. What's up?
I'm sure I will be.
Soviet-designed 30mm grenade launcher uses a bolt-action mechanism. It's the BS-1 RG-86.
Yeah, and the Soviets lost the war.
When was this made?
Look, all I'm saying is this is the only acceptable form of a sniper rifle, okay?
Oh, hi. Those are lovely tank treads you have there. Be a shame if something happened to them.
Also, I will then go ahead and blame my misinformation on Call of Duty.
That's fair.
Because I'm pretty sure they called a... I'm pretty sure they called it... Yeah, listen, I understand the folly of trusting Call of Duty for just about anything, but I'd seen other people call that thing a China Lake before, so I was like, oh, Call of Duty got it right for once.
No, I'm gonna blame that purely on the fan base being idiots, but the China Lake in Black Ops is a proper China Lake. It is, like, I think 4 grenades,
Mm-hmm.
and then you pump it, at least in single player.
Yep.
So that was still a proper China Lake. I think they might have taken some liberties with the magazine size, but
Anyway. Weiss is unique like that. Yep, she's very unique. A fondness, helping the sneeze, ludicrous, inconceivable. Hey man, if it's impossible, I'm the one proving that it's not. I like my job.
I mean, at this point, even looking at that, there's really nothing for me to do but admit that I've just been horribly wrong this entire time. Because I just looked at it on the wiki. Yeah, on the wiki, Max is right, too.
Hey man, if it's
I was just horribly
impossible, I'm usually the one proving it's not. It's the one lot in life I actually enjoy doing. Thank God you don't have that ridiculous accent anymore, or that sentence would have been unbearable. I do miss my accent. It drove Weiss mad. Another thing my daughter and I have in common, we hate your accent. Enough of this
they
nonsense.
must have been talking about a British accent.
Droids, kill them.
What? Droids kill them? When the fuck did this become episode 3?
When Harry force pushed them all away.
Why is General Grievous in Ruby?
I like that. I guess the author doesn't understand that. No, those at Legion paladins and knights are not currently under the employ with White Fang.
Yeah. Also, side note, someone make a shit post about General Grievous being a combat instructor.
That would actually probably go super well. I mean, he was like a badass warrior before his horrible accident.
Oh, oh yeah. Well, and remember, his accident wasn't actually an accident either.
No,
Dooku caused it.
We treat it as such.
Right.
I wonder if there was ever a moment where Dooku's just like, oh shit, this guy was actually really cool. Fuck, why'd I do this? It just made him worse.
I mean, here's the thing. The issue is, Grievous might have been a badass, but he was never quite Jango Fett levels of beat a Jedi to death with my bare hands level of badass.
I would have eventually gotten there.
Also, someone was like, oh, well, he had Mandalorian armor. No! At that point in time, Jango Fett actually didn't have proper Mandalorian armor. He had the shitty Durasteel version of it. So it's not like he was blocking lightsabers, he just punched a Jedi to death.
Alright. Well,
Yeah,
time to go to work. And he pushed a button on his gun. And he swung the gun around as it turned into a claymore. And it was super big. And longer than a normal claymore. It was like 2 claymores together.
Did we get any kind of description of what size his gun is?
Just bolt-action sniper rifle.
Mm.
Which could be any number
Cue
of
the
sizes.
music!
I would say that.
Sneaky, no.
I would say
Sneaky, stop.
yes. While a bolt-action sniper rifle could be any number of sizes, it would still have to be a very, very big one for you to get a super-sized claymore out of.
Alright,
Hold
okay,
on. The blade had several glyphs carved closer to the hilt. The blade stretched outward, then back down, making a diamond shape just above the beautifully
Oh, he just made
designed.
a falchion.
First of all, that's a retarded design. It angered me in Fire Emblem. It will not cease to anger me here. And the fact that you're ripping it off to put on a fucking claymore.
Also, I just want to point out, a claymore is a long sword, as a longer version of a long sword, also called the Scottish broadsword, that can be up to between 4 feet long and 6 feet long. Let us return to this story. It was longer than a normal claymore, at 5 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, here's the thing, right?
So it was at the average length.
Uh-huh.
So basically, we have a broader than average claymore with Sneaky. Did you ever see the falchion from Fire Emblem Awakening?
Yes.
Yeah, that, as far as we can tell, that's what he's talking about.
He's just talking about that.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think he's trying to do like a cut-down Buster sword.
Well, I'm sure that's what he's trying to
Because
think
he
about.
said the width of the blade was 2 claymores together. Which
Right.
is like half of a Buster sword.
Right, except
God.
here's the problem.
This is
If he
so
was trying
edgy.
to do a Buster sword, then he wouldn't have used a two-edged sword.
I
He'd have
know.
been you use a butcher knife for a Buster sword.
I'm aware. I'm just saying, well, the author's already retarded and thought his claymore was larger than a normal claymore, when it was in fact actually the average size of a claymore. So not only is
And
he
then
already
for
getting the
some
size
reason-
wrong.
For some reason, you took a larger than normal claymore and put the fucking Fire Emblem Awakening Falchion diamond in for some dumb reason.
Yeah.
I think it's just supposed to be falchion for some reason.
Anyway. Author's note. I hope this makes sense. Also,
It doesn't. You're stupid.
Also, the hilt was beautifully designed. And the guard was super cool because it looked like a claw that looked like a grip. Let's go, he shouted ferally. Author's
The
note.
hilt had a personally made grips that only Harry could wield it.
Mhm.
That's not how that works in the fucking slightest.
And then, author's note. Play I Burn by Jeff and Cassie Lee Williams, Yang's theme song from Ruby. And then the first droid had rotating Gatling arms.
Which they've never had.
And then Harry brought up his blade in a diagonal slash from the ground without any momentum?
I mean, we can't really say much. We've seen Yatsuhashi swing his thing around one-handed with no momentum like it's nothing.
Okay, well, Yatsuhashi is in a anime. Flash.
I'm sorry, I'm talking about Yatsuhashi and Ruby.
Well, no, like, he still takes a bit for the startup.
I'm aware.
They still paid attention to laws of momentum and inertia with him.
Well, I mean, especially when it comes to fucking Monty fights.
I'm not saying that, unfortunately, we never really see Monty animate Yatsuhashi in a fight.
Sure enough.
No, Volume 2.
Oh yeah, the breach.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but that was like maybe 15 seconds of screen time for him total.
Still, that's basically all the screen time he got.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm just saying.
Alright.
He didn't.
My,
Did
my,
he throw a single punch in Volume 3 during the tournament?
Probably not.
no,
I don't think we
so.
got to see that. I think he just
No.
got his ass kicked.
It was Coco and Fox, wasn't it, that went on to the...
No, it's Koko and Yatsuhashi.
Oh. Yeah, no, he got his ass kicked.
Pretty sure it was. Yeah, it was Yatsuhashi.
Because it was versus,
Emerald and Mercury. Honestly, if they'd sent Fox in, they might have been okay if Fox actually is blind.
Yeah.
They might have been
But anyway,
okay.
so he slashes a droid, negating momentum and reality itself to cut it in half. And then he turns on his feet. Okay, so you slash up diagonally, and then you turn on your feet and slash horizontally decapitate. Arthur, are you aware how physically demanding that would be? And then
My guess.
Trying to figure out the movement.
Well, you start with a down to up diagonal slash, and then you turn. And...
No, I think it's Sneaky. I think it's just an up slash.
No,
Sneaky. If we work off the idea that this dumbass wants to make a discount Buster Sword,
right.
The opening move is going to be Cloud's like signature up slash.
It's still maybe, but then it's up there, and then you got the spin on your
Right, but
heel.
no. Here's the thing, right? If we're trying to put this together as logically as we can, he goes into a diagonal up slash.
Right.
Then he uses that momentum to spin and cut a droid's head off.
Yes.
That's at least physically doable, and from a choreography standpoint, is something that can occur.
I guess. Anyway,
like I'm saying, if you think about this like an action movie, you wouldn't need a cut for that.
Yeah. And then the droids activated their blades and charged at him. Activated their...
They have arm blades now.
They do?
He says that in the next paragraph.
And anyway, so the droids deploy their blades and run at him. Okay.
All right. Yep.
And then Harry smirks
them,
as he
gets stuck halfway through.
Then he Sekiro's the droids, and he cuts the arm off, and then cuts the body off as he does a whirlwind slash. And in doing the whirlwind slash, he cuts in half 3 more droids. Because that's how steel works. Is steel just cuts through steel
Effortlessly.
like it's butter.
Sounds normal to me.
And then another droid came up to him, and then there was another droid behind him, and he presses another button.
Dueling with one,
yep.
Which even though he's been cutting these things to absolute pieces, this droid, which is exactly like all the other ones.
Exactly. Just happened to be able... Yeah, exactly. It just happened to be able to stop his blade. And then Harry smirked and pressed a button, and then the sword turned into a sword gun, which he then used to shoot the droid in front of him. And then using the recoil of the gun, he swung the blade in 180 degrees, destroying the droid behind him.
Oh my god.
What?
Sneaky. It's not a Buster Sword, it's fucking Leon's retarded revolver sword.
Oh, you're right, it is. But it's bolt-action sniper rifle.
Which is even dumber.
You know what it is? It's the Borderlands sniper that has the absurdly large bayonet on it.
You mean the one that's like, it's like a 4-foot bayonet?
Yeah. And you're just like, why? Why?
Why have you done this?
And then he grabbed the bolt of the gun and reloaded. So it's not even semi-automatic. It's a fucking pure bolt-action reload. That is...
Now here's the biggest problem with... Here's the biggest problem with a gun sword. Gun blade. Whatever you want to call it. Sword gun. Even. Generally, you want something with, at minimum, a semi-automatic fire capability, because the idea behind a sword gun is it's a sword and a gun so that you can use it at multiple ranges.
Yeah.
Which, some of the ones, like,
It's kind of hard to reload a sword gun, because typically you have to grab the blade to then pull the bolt action.
Yeah, which, in addition to that, the whole point of having multiple, being able to fire more than one shot is, oh, they're really close to me. They're not quite in stabbing range, and there's more than one of them. I'd like to remove a few of my problems. Like, here's the thing, right? As much as I hate lightning, and I hate Final Fantasy 13, she has by far the best gunblade.
Yes, this is true.
Because hers is, as far as I can tell, like, a 4, assuming that she's reloading in between rounds, a 4 or 5 round pistol in her gunblade.
Yes.
So it's just a pistol that you can also stab people with.
Exactly.
Which is it's really good.
But anyway, and then he shot another droid in the head and used the recoil from that shot to
Yep, we already read that.
No, different.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, you're right. This is so dumb.
And used the recoil to flip over a droid behind him?
How? Okay, listen, the whole reason that they get away with Ruby bouncing around with sniper rifle recoil is because she weighs like 100 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, and I mean, not only that, she's like using a 50 caliber sniper rifle. So I mean, I guess if it's bolt action, I guess it's like 20 millimeter then. But even then, it's like the angling you would need to do to fire you into the air. Like, there's a reason why Ruby shoots to the ground to launch herself. Like, how it... What? Even theoretically, if he's somehow using his Harry Potter magic to amplify the kinetics of it or whatever, to make the recoil harder so he can do these acrobatics, even theoretically at that point, to make him flip over something behind him, he would basically need to shoot at the ground in front of him to, project the force backwards to make him go into the air backwards over the droid.
Yep.
So unless this droid's now a fucking ninja and it's coming out of the ground at him.
I had to go get my food. Doorbell rang. Sorry about that. I'm back now.
Unacceptable.
Fuck you.
Anyway, so he flips over this droid somehow, and then he presses another button and shoots another droid in the leg somehow without reloading his gun.
Yeah, I would say, hold on a minute. This is still a bolt-action rifle, and at no point in that did he pull his bolt.
Not only is it a bolt-action rifle still, the author specifically mentioned when he reloaded the bolt-action. Now, this is actually... We actually get to say this. This is actually an important thing here when it comes to writing your story. Time for some education!
Oh, boy.
I would say, listen, education is going to be the last 8 minutes of the show.
More or less. Basically, what happens... So when you mention something in your story, that tells your reader, this is important. Now, typically, you can leave most of it to the reader inferring things. To, like, an action scene. Every single time the camera pans away, you can be like, alright, I guess he reloaded. When in an action scene in, say, a movie or a show, the character specifically reloads,
and more importantly,
they focus
on
him reloading, they typically follow that up with, oh no, I'm out of ammo, oh no, the gun's jammed, I only got one mag left, a variety of statements, because him reloading the gun, or her, I guess, reloading the gun
The
is
MC
important.
reloading.
When you specifically tell a reader in your writing that this character is reloading their bolt action gun as an action, like you spend an entire sentence dedicated to the fact they are reloading their gun, that is a bolt
one
action.
round, 6 seconds.
That tells the reader it's important, which means next time they have to reload their gun, you also have to mention it. Now, that is to say, you could also typically get away with, say, a bolt-action sniper rifle in a World War II scenario. I don't know why you'd be using bolt-action at this point, but it could be early in the war. A bolt-action sniper rifle in a World War II
I was
scenario.
gonna say, there were some bolt actions.
Early on in the scenario. And you don't mention the sniper is reloading. He's getting one after another. It's kind of implied at that point because he's sitting down, he's not moving. All he's doing, breathing in, breathing out, fire, reload, breathing in, breathing out, fire, reload. You don't need to mention the breathing in, breathing out, fire, reload. Maybe you mention it once at the start so everyone knows what's going on. But then you can just be like, he's doing this again and again and again and again and again. But here, in this case, where there's a high-action scenario where characters are moving around and every single action they perform has an impact on the next action they do, like, for instance, Harry firing his gun, killing a robot, and using the recoil from the gun firing to flip himself over another robot to shoot that one, it is important to note when the character is reloading because every action in that action scene has now been made important. That is why you don't use a bolt-action rifle when you're doing action scenes that have high action in them when the other options are available, especially if it's just so you can be a chuny in the, oh, I got a bolt-action rifle, because somehow people think those are cool.
Does Japan have a special word for the people who are just obsessed with guns?
Reloading is like talking in fanfics is a free action. Well, I mean, you remember that one fanfic, the OC and the D times D fanfic, where the guy was a Fate Stay Night character summoner, and Fate Go summoner, and he was like, "Oh yes, I am concealing my Wesson 500," and shit it's. Some of these authors are people that just, like, look at something and they're like, oh, that's cool sounding, and they don't really put much more thought into that. Yeah. Oh, bolt actions are cool sounding. They have bolt action in their name. That makes them sound cooler.
Well, and here's the thing. Listen, I played PlanetSide 1 and PlanetSide 2. I played the NC. I love bolt-action sniper rifles. You can go fuck off, Vanu, with your cheating bullshit energy snipers. And get out of here, Terran Republic, with your weak-ass repeating sniper rifles. But they're not good for close combat.
No, they're not. And my point being is that it's just... Don't forget he summoned Ezio. Oh, yeah. Right,
we're really trying to forget.
You know what?
Oh, right.
Yeah, just to help that.
Not gonna lie though, that did make me want Ezio to just be a guest star in Fate Go.
I mean, look, they did the Count of Monte Cristo, which was great.
Anyway, back to the story so we can wrap this shit up and go to sleep. Blah, 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 and then the blade collapsed back into a sniper rifle, and then he slashed 2 more droids before stopping. End song, I burn. And everything was silent, and everything's destroyed. Why is the faunus helping? Blah, 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 blah. I owe his daughter, blah, blah, blah. You turn your back on oppression, blah, blah, blah. I just want to help him. And then Sir Van roared as he charged at Harry, and then Harry rolled his eyes and pulled out his sword as well again, sparks flying as his sword was dragged across the concrete floor. Oh my god, I fucking called it. He is trying to do the Buster Sword thing.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Play Wake the White Wolf by Miracle of Sound, Harry's theme song for the rest of the fanfic.
Ah, Why did you have to bring an actually decent song into this?
Oh, hey, the vodka's finally hitting me. Oh, yes. That was a great moment. That was the best thing I ever drank. Have the job and the bar. The protagonist after he made a gin and tonic to the barkeep.
Oh god. That was the same fic, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the same thing. I am impressed by your massive selection of drink mixing capabilities. It's a fucking gin and tonic.
God. Just.
Anyway, so, epic moment here, guys. Totally epic moment. And then Harry's sword began to glow red. And then explosions happened because energy is leaving Harry's sword like Getsuga slashes.
What, does he actually say that, or?
No, he doesn't actually say Getsuga slashes, but they're energy slashes.
Yeah.
I mean, well, those could also just be sonic booms.
No, they're literally red energy slashes.
Oh, then yeah, those are hollowed Getsugas.
Yeah. And Servan growled as he threw his other axe in a downward sweep. What? Only for Harry to deflect it with the guard of his sword?
This is something I didn't get to be angry about. It's a stupid fucking guard.
You realize the downward sweep goes to the leg, so you'd have to, like, position the two-hander. Like, you would have to Hunchback of Notre Dame this shit.
I mean, unless it started as, like, a high sweep, maybe?
No, it was a low sweep.
Hold on.
Yeah, threw his axe into a downward sweep.
Yeah, downward sweep. No, but here's the thing. It's an axe. Like, that's the only thing I'm thinking of. Like, because it's an axe and it's a downward sweep, if he stopped it at the very start of the swing.
No, he didn't. He caught it on the hilt.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You could put the two-hander up, like, blade down, to stop that.
No, you could with the blade, yes, and that's what I'm saying. But the problem here is he caught it on the hilt.
No, it said he caught the guard.
Yeah, with his guard.
Saying with the guard.
Yeah, which is dumb.
So that's what I'm saying. Put the blade down.
And then
use, because the way
this is completely unrealistic.
It's a basket hilt.
This is completely unrealistic. You can't deflect downward sweeps. Sekiro.
Anyway.
And then Servan continued to use downward sweeps, but Harry kept deflecting it, doing massive posture damage. And then Harry gritted his teeth. I think I just took soul damage directly to my life points. As Servan continued his onslaught, is that all you can do? You're doing multiple downward sweeps. Do you not realize how fucking vulnerable that makes you?
Is he just alternating his?
Yes, he's just doing axes. Left-right downward sweeps with axes. Like, oh my god.
So he's just doing the berserker chain in For Honor.
Yeah.
Only I actually have the counter option.
Yeah.
It's without the flair of spinning around sometimes.
I love the berserker so much. Oh, that's a nice guard you have. It would be a shame if you didn't.
Don't. Please stop. No.
Chain. Fast. Gotta step on the gas.
Alright, come on. Wrap this shit up.
You wanna fight, boy?
That's what he said, yes.
You're already fighting. And then he changed tactics on Harry. He began to spin violently. Ah, yes! The autistic spinning maneuver. Very effective in combat.
How is he spit? Like, is this a vertical spin?
Horizontal.
I want to imagine it's vertical though, just because that's a much more entertaining image.
Yeah, you're right, it is, but... He's gonna go fucking bone wheel on this shit. That was such a fucking bullshit enemy. I'm gonna block this. Oh my god.
that was still the best interaction with those things. Like, Sneaky, you want me to take this? No, I got this, Max. Christ. It's like, I'll take him, Sneaky. Oh no, like I didn't flinch, but holy shit, taking 3 at a time was a bad idea with their chip damage.
Oh my god, that was so dumb. Anyway, you wanna fight, boy? At one point, Harry jumped on top of the large dust containers and pressed a button on the hilt, and a compartment opened up to reveal his wand. He grabbed his wand and then began to whop it around, gathering dust into the air. And then he shot white light at Servan, and he was blinded. And then Harry fell towards him with an Artorias slam. And Servan held his axes up in defense, but Harry destroyed them all with another midair slash, knocking him out by slapping him in the side of the head with the fly of the blade. And wake the White Wolf.
This is so dumb.
The ultimate kindergarten attack where you just spin violently. Yeah, basically. But don't you know my wizard casts a spell that makes me immune to physical damage? You need to work on your people skills. I'm a perfect people person. That's why I hate Faunus. Yeah, well, you're okay with me and all the other Faunus I train in the Animangus Corp I set up for your company. You're a special case, kid, and you personally picked all of the Faunus in the Animangus Corp. I just trust the ones that try to kill me.
Can we please just stop?
I'll stop at the end of this trailer.
Okay, I was gonna say, because this is sneaky, like, this isn't even half done, and this is shit.
Yeah. Anyway, so Weiss shows up. It's Weiss. She brought people. Blah, 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 blah. Ides report, sir, we caught people retreating. What do we do? Hand them over. Yes, sir. Slave driver. You say something, Weiss? How is it a slave driver?
Well, you see, he's handing the Faunus over to the Schnee Dust Company, so they'll be actual slaves now.
Ah, yes, of course. Weiss, honey, don't you have a concert? Oh no, I am late. Damn it, Harry, James, Potter. Because of this excitement, you're gonna make me late to my concerts that I love going to. If I miss my chance to win this competition, I'm gonna fillet you with my master.
It's a terrible weapon for filleting. Also...
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Weiss. Hold on, quit dragging me. Only for his words to fall on deaf ears.
Also, like, what age is Weiss?
What the fuck is this?
To be here?
Jacques Schnoen laughed at
Yes.
scene.
Oh, you missed the part where apparently he named Mrs. Schnee Scone for some reason.
Laughed at the scene with some members of Schnee, Dust Company, and Mangus Corp. End of green trailer.
I'm sorry, seeing a family-friendly Jacques Schnee is really fucking weird.
Also, just fundamentally wrong.
Anyway, so, Blake's defecting, and then they're gonna do a little tiny fight scene, but, blah blah blah, blue trailer. Wait.
No, fucking stop. We're done.
Oh, wait, hold on. That was the quickest scene ever.
Great, we're still done.
Wait. What the fuck is this black trailer? Blake.
No.
Wait,
No,
no.
We're done.
Listen to this. Blake, what are you doing? Are you defecting? Yes, I am defecting. I don't want to kill people. Okay, well then if you're defecting, I will join you as well. What do you mean you're gonna join me? Well, we are partners. I am only here for you, and I'm going to only get good fights if I join you. Oh, and then droids pop down, and then he kills the droids, and he's like, see? What did I tell you, girlfriend? I'm gonna get good fights if I join you.
Okay.
Yeah!
I guess.
Okay, author!
I can't even say it's bad. I want to say at least it's better than what Rooster Teeth did to Adam, but it's really not by much.
And then, blue trailer is Isabel Volpes. She's a fox faunus with fox eyes and a fox ears and foxtail.
And I thought we were fucking stopping.
And she's got a transforming whip called Painbringer. And her song that you play whenever she fights is Unbreakable by Fireflight. And she whips Cardin a bunch and goes, lol bitch, faunus superior, faunus power. And beats Cardin up, and Cardin's not going to Beacon anymore.
So you said we were done at the end of the green trailer.
And,
Yeah.
blah blah, you have to go
look at
play
that!
Harry
Look
Potter.
at that! This is all shit.
Lilith Nightingale. Surrounded by several Ursai. You big old boys against me? And, play Angel of Darkness! She's got a shotgun, Max! And, then she shoots them all with her shotgun and finishes off the ones that are alive with her hunting knife by dodging around in the trees. You're not a human, Lily. You're the best sister I could ever have. And, end of Grey trailer. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty
Look
much
at that!
it.
It was shit. All of it
So,
was shit.
yeah, we can close on this.
You wasted 3 more minutes of everyone's time for nothing.
I did. That is the name of the game.
You lying whore.
That is how the cards are played.
I can never trust
That's
you
how
again.
the money is made. So, everybody, I am so glad you have made it to this point because that means you are at the closing segment of this podcast. Now, typically, we would talk about shit at this point, but being that we have gone over our time limit, I'm probably just going to close out unless you guys want to say anything.
Here's the thing. We don't care about going over the time limit. It's that we went over the time limit and we're fucking dead inside because this sucks.
More or less, and I have just drunken an exceeding amount of vodka, and I'm a little bit tired now. So I'm gonna go sleep that off. And right. So, of course, as always, we are gonna be here every single Tuesday and Friday, or at least I am gonna be here every single Tuesday and Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will, without fail, be here to give you the worst fanfictions and occasionally teach you something about writing. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your Discord servers, advertise for me, because I certainly as hell don't know how. So, I will see you all next time, because there's always more and it always gets worse.